This is the LaFontaine Automotive Group 6 Sports Desk.
The vibe at the Breslin Center tonight for Michigan State season opener against Eastern Michigan was interesting to say the least. And in all honesty, it was weird. This is what it looked like. No fans, no zone. And while it's definitely not the norm, at least the college hoop season is being played. That's something Tom Izzo is certainly thankful for going into Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. There were so many questions going into this one when it came to the Spartans starting five, especially at the point guard position. Who was going to take over for Cassius Winston? And that guy would end up being junior captain Foster Loyer. No doubt about it, his confidence from his Mr. Basketball days at Clarkston is back. First half, Loyer launches it from way downtown. This was one of his 5 threes in the first half. And he wasn't the only Spartan feeling it from beyond the arc. Making his long-anticipated return tonight was Joshua Langford. And the senior rattles it home for 3 of his 10 points on the night. It's why MSU took a 16-point lead into halftime and leave it to Frosty to knock down another tray in the second half to blow this thing wide open. A career-high 20-point night for Loyer. Oh, and Marquette transfer Joey Hauser, he looks right at home, throws it down for 2 of his 15 points. MSU rolls 83-67 the final, and Izzo said Loyer's performance tonight is not shocking one bit. This is what he's seen from him all summer and all fall, well, other than the past 2 weeks.
The poor guy the last 2 weeks hasn't made a shot. We were almost joking about it because he's probably the best shooter, and he just wasn't making shots. And to his credit and his competitiveness, he made shots, and we got him good shots, you know, and I think that was a double plus.
For me, you know, it was a lot of work this summer just to bear down and get that confidence back, shooting the ball and being the facilitator that I know I can be.
In Ann Arbor, Juwan Howard's number 25 Michigan Wolverines tipped off in their season opener against Bowling Green at 4 o'clock today. And the Wolverines were like, no fans, no problem. Right out of the gate, Eli Brooks putting in the defensive effort, and he's able to snag it and send it to a surging Franz Wagner. Hello, hoop season, my, how we've missed you. Wolverines up 5. Later, Bowling Green within 2, but the Wolverines kick it around until it lands in the hands of a wide open Isaiah Livers, and it's money. 3 of his 13 points in the first half to give Michigan an 8-point lead at the break. Bowling Green came out with a vengeance in the second. It's as easy as stealing candy from a baby for Justin Turner. He pops it in the paint for a quick 2 to bring BG within 5. But the Wolverines have a new transfer by the name of Shawndy Brown, and he was the difference maker from downtown in the second half. This was one of his 5 threes. He led the way with 19 for the Maize and Blue. They get the dub 96-82, and Howard was impressed with how his guys move the rock around to one another.
We have a very unselfish team. For the new guys that joined us, like some of the transfers, like Mike and Shawndy, and then the freshmen, we've had practice where they've seen, because we coach it, we teach it, about sharing the basketball, about playing unselfish. But we don't have those type of players that are selfish.
We played as a team, most of all. I know we got a lot of work to do. We're going to watch film probably Friday. We just got a lot of work to do. This is only game 1. We know that we have to correct our mistakes and just keep playing as a team.
You know, with no fans, the Chrysler Center was jumping today, and that's because the Michigan women, who are also ranked number 25 in the preseason AP Top 25 poll, tipped off in its season opener. Earlier in the day, the Wolverines hosted Central Michigan, and they rolled to victory 93-75, the final. Friday is when the MSU women will hit the court for the first time this year, and the Spartans are welcoming St. Francis to town for a 3 p.m. tip. Just like it is for the men, the women are also going to have to play their games in a fanless Breslin, which Coach Susie Merchant said today is a very bizarre scene, not to mention.
We've never played a game in Breslin where that bottom bowl has been pushed in, you know, and I know that sounds odd, but you know, it's like a different arena when you have that space that goes all the way around. If anybody's played basketball in the past, I think when you play in arenas that are a little tighter, that tends to be, I don't know, I wouldn't say a shooter's gym, but you get used to that. You feel a little more focused on the rim. And when you have a lot more space behind there, it changes the optics a little bit. The depth perception is a little bit different. So we've been working hard to get in there to get a feel for what that's going to be like. So it won't be our first time on Friday, thankfully, but it's the first time for real.
Yep, it is strange, it is bizarre, it is weird, it is 2020. Also, the Lions play the Houston Texans on Turkey Day tomorrow at 12:30, and you can watch that game right here on WLNS. All right, that's it for sports. Diane's back after the break with a final look at your forecast. We'll see you then.